What's going on, everybody? Today I have two lovely main events for you. First, I'm going to show you an extremely powerful Make.com system that allows you to essentially find companies that are hiring for sales reps and account manager, enrich the decision maker at scale, and personalize using Claude or GPT-4, and essentially you'll be able to reach them out instantly just by clicking one button. I'm gonna walk you through the platforms end to end, and I'm also gonna include the blueprints in the description if you guys want to check it out. And the next main event is I just launched my community. It's called Sales Systems Mastery, where I will host all my blueprints inside, including a few blueprints that I've completely hidden from YouTube and that I've sold for multiple 7 to 8 figure companies for $10,000 to $15,000. I also recorded an entire course on cold outbound and basically how to personalize your campaigns at scale using Make.com and a couple other platforms. I'm also going to be hosting a weekly Q&A where I answer questions directly from my community, just because it gets a little bit too overwhelming to answer and give the time and energy to each of you lovely people here on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys' support. It is filled by extremely ambitious high net worth people. We have automation engineers, people that are pulling over $300,000 a month. So a lot of base and extra knowledgeable people in the community. Make sure you lock in your spot soon because the community is going to be limited. It's not a random Facebook group. It's for people that want to actually grow their business and make money. So go ahead and join while you still can. Alright, so let's just go ahead and show you how the system works. So this is the system on Make.com, and I'm gonna walk you guys through basically how it works and kind of give you like an overview on why this is one of the most powerful Make.com scenarios on earth, basically. So our system scrapes Indeed job postings, enriches the data, and finds the decision maker, personalizes the email, and sends it automatically. Now, you might be wondering why account executive jobs are perfect for lead gen agencies, for sales system agencies, or businesses in general. Well, that's exactly what a lead gen agency does. So this is the ideal customer. Also, every business on the planet only cares about customers, so it's a direct correlation of them living. So we target customers in pain directly, and they're signaling active investments in growth, meaning they have the budget and the money to invest. So I'm going to walk you through the enrichment flow. So we scrape companies hiring for account managers or sales reps. Then we enrich and find the decision maker. We scrape the recent growth in milestone raises. We perform AI personalization and company name cleanup, and we add to instantly. But there's a trick here, guys. So Indeed, when you basically want to scrape jobs off Indeed, the poster full name or the decision maker that actually posted the job, it's impossible to find. It's rarely included. They don't want to include themselves, but you guys know me. I'm a magician and a necromaniac, so I had to find a solution. So the solution we have is we basically perform a search, right? And that search has the company name and also basically the query as CEO or decision maker, and we retrieve that from Google and we extract the CEO as an HTTP request, and we feed it to GPT or Claude, and we extract the decision maker name, and then we feed it to an email finder along with the domain name. So it's a pretty creative system that I've built. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through it. So for example, I'm just gonna go to my scraper right here. So this is the scraper we're gonna be using. It's called Indeed Job Scraper, and the platform is basically Apify. So I'm just gonna go for it. So the platform is Apify. So this is the full stack platform for web scraping. There's 1,000,001 scraper in here. The next platform we're going to be needing is an email finder. I've talked about it so many times in this channel, and it's basically the gold mine of finding emails. They have an extremely easy and straightforward API. I'm going to walk you guys through how to set up your connection later on. Obviously, we're going to need Make.com, which is the glue. And we're going to need Claude or GPT-4. And obviously, we're going to need Instantly, which is, as you guys can see, I have so many emails right here. but we're gonna need instantly to send our cold email. To send our cold emails basically. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through a few runs. So if I go back to my latest runs, right, you guys see I already ran this. So here's the example data that we can get. So the subtitle, the search keyword, the sanitized job description, the job date, basically the company name, everything. But we can include, this scraper doesn't include the poster full name. So what we do is we actually, so I'm just gonna walk you guys the system a step by step. So we have an API set get data set ID. So I am just hard coding the data set ID, and the way you do it is you go back to your runs and you look for storage, and you can look and copy this ID right here, and you click on copy. So if I go back, I'll find it right here. So I'm just gonna show you. If I click on run this module only, I'll see everything here. So account executive, title, salary, job title, job description, all of this description that this company put, the job metadata, the company, everything right here, even the company logo if you want it. So what we're doing is we're extracting the domain name. So what we're doing is we're taking the company name, we're performing a Google search to that company name. And then the next thing is we're parsing the text, we're extracting the domain name using Claude, and then we're parsing the result, and then we're extracting the CEO by domain name plus CEO. We're extracting again the CEO that matches the company name. We feed this data because we need the data such as the CEO name and the domain name to Anymail Finder, and then we're making a request to the domain name, and then we're parsing the results, and then we're retrieving the wins. And it's a pretty slick way to retrieve the wins, just because when you extract data from a full page, typically Claude is gonna spit out all the information. So what we're doing is we're feeding in the page, and we're saying, hey, based on the following scraped data from the company's website, extract recent achievements, wins, milestones, fundraising, etc. Output the results only in a one line. Use a casual tone, no frilly language, and no filler words, because this is extremely important. And then we have a template that I'm cooking right here, but I'm going to show you at the end. So I'm just going to run the flow end to end by clicking on run once, and you guys will see. So we're extracting the company, the domain name, we're parsing, we're extracting the domain name, we're doing everything. And I'm going to show you guys at the end results how it's going to be. So we're extracting the domain name, and I'm going to show you how it works. So here's the domain name. So it's wealthy.com. And the way we did that is we queried the company name, right? So the company name is Wealthy. And then we went back, and then as you guys can see, it's wealthy.com. And then we extracted the CEO, and then we found the CEO actually. So the name is Lindsay Juris Rosner. If I look for this person, okay, so Wealthy, it's the CEO, so it's the decision maker. And then what we're doing is we're querying the website. So if I go to wins, Wealthy delivered strong impact metrics. 91% of families reported removed mental health. 60% of employees missed fewer work commitment. 33% avoided leave resignation. If I go back and I read the message, so look at this, guys. So, hey Lindsay, a friend of mine told me about Wealthy a couple weeks ago. Congrats on achieving impressive impact metrics with 91% improved mental health outcomes and major cost saving for employees. Random, but I noticed you've got a few jobs open for an account manager. Reason I'm reaching out is as I run a cold outbound agency, we can send at 17 times volume of a typical SDR, and our emails are usually twice as effective. Have generated 85K last month for Vention, connecting them with their ideal clients. That may or may not be my email. Would you be interested in more information? As you guys know, I don't push for a call, and you will know if you are in the community. So, and I include my signature here. So now what we can do is, you guys know, add to instantly. Go back to instantly, add leads to a campaign. So I'm just going to add this right here. I'm going to fix my connection, go back to my RLS, and then I'm just going to go back to my instantly, go to campaigns, create a new campaign. It's going to be YouTube campaign. If I go back to continue, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my instantly, I'm going to refresh, and I'm going to find it right here, YouTube campaign. Email is going to be the result that we found. So this is the email. The first name is going to be So the first name is the person right here. Where is this? Yeah, so this one. But we don't have the, we need to perform a split formula. So it's split based off a space. And then we're gonna get the first one, which is going to be first. And then we're gonna copy, paste, and then now we're gonna get the second. Company name is going to be obviously, so the company name, which is the company name, which is Wealthy. And then personalization is going to be the text response. The website is going to be the website. And then don't forget to add HTTP. And if I click on OK, go back, click OK. And then I'm just going to save this, auto align this. And then there's no leads, as you guys can see. So I go back right here, so nothing. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add this right here. And I'm going to save this. If I go back and I click on run once again, just so you guys can see it. Well, let me check if I'm recording. Okay, I am recording. Thank God. I don't have to record this once again. I'm kidding. So if I go back right here, I'm retrieving the wins. I am generating a prompt, and then I'm going to add to instantly, just like in 1 second. Boom. So if I go back to my instantly, and I go back right here, and I'll see the leads right here. So we found the leads. If I go back to preview. Hey Lindsay, a friend of mine told me about Wealthy a couple weeks ago. Congrats on helping shape those federal tax policy changes to benefit working family caregivers. That's huge. Random. But, you know, as you guys can see, this, I know this email, I might actually reach them out. So who knows? So this is the entire flow end to end. Now we can basically just remove this, right? And keep that empty, and we can run the entire system. But first of all, I'm going to show you guys how Apify works. If I go back to my runs, I'm going to show you how it works. If I go back to output, I'll go to my scraper, and then I'll look for, I'll just have to write account executive or SDR, whatever you guys are looking for. Country, United States, just leave that empty. And number of the results, you can leave that empty. You can scrape everything. I'm pretty sure, no, it's required. So you have to add this. So you can scrape up to probably, let me see. Yeah, you can scrape up to like 2,000 maybe. Yeah, so 2,000 leads. That's huge, guys. That's a lot of fucking money. Excuse my French. So if I go back to run options and I click on no timeout, so always make sure it's no timeout, right? Latest. And then for the advanced settings, for the proxy configuration, always make sure it's residential. It's going to be data center, and click on residential. And then you have to click on save and start. Once the scraper is finished, you go back to your runs, go back right here, and then look for storage and copy your dataset ID, basically. And you go back to your make scenario, and then you just hard code this right here. You click OK. And then make sure you put this as empty. Right, limit empty, and just map your connection, and you're good to go. So I'm just gonna save this so I can leave it in the description. So yeah, this is the entire system end to end, guys. It's a pretty straightforward system. You can essentially look for those companies that are already looking for those basically services that you are already providing, and I would actually consider them as warm leads, not actually like cold leads. So yeah. Hope you found value in this video. Make sure to join the community because it's pretty limited, and the price increases every 10 members just because I'm monitoring this for daily spam, and I want it to be the best sales system agency community on the internet. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the community. Cheers.